Writing code in Java language is mainly for computers to understand, but it's also supposed to make sense for us programmers too. You'll most likely be working in a team of programmers reading other people's code while others reading your code. So it's really important to make sure that your code and variable names are self-descriptive. But when your program gets longer and longer, things start to get confusing, and you would need a lot more than just Java statements to explain what your program is doing. This is why Java allows you to add notes or comments in between your lines of code like that. These lines of code would be entirely ignored by the computer when running your program. But for anyone else reading your code, it would explain a lot. To add a comment in your code, simply start the line with those two forward slashes over here. Then feel free to write whatever you want after that. Usually things that would explain the instruction that happens right after that. And when you actually run the program, the computer would just ignore any line that starts with those two forward slashes and run the actual lines of code in between. These lines of notes are called comments. It's a really good idea to add as many comments as you need that would make your code a lot more understandable when someone else reads it. If you want to be even more descriptive, you can write a multi-line comment by starting the first line with this forward slash followed by the asterisk and ending it with the asterisk and then the forward slash. You can write anything in between those two marks in multiple lines, which means you don't have to start every line with those two forward slashes like before. A well-commented code is much easier to understand and follow. Make a habit of commenting anything that might not be clear from the code itself. And trust me, even reading your own code that you haven't seen in a while won't make any sense without those precious comments that explain it all.